This is the Getting Into Alignment podcast. Here we play in the quantum world of possibilities. If you desire it, you get to have it. My name is Alexa Ray Smith. I'm a business coach and spiritual teacher for women in business. I'm here to help you unlock your personal power and tap into your magnetism so that you can manifest the most incredible life for yourself and build the business of your dreams. These episodes will help you plug into the energy of infinite potentiality and teach you the tools you need to play in this world where limitations don't exist. On this podcast, I'll be talking to you about energetics, mindset, embodiment, spirituality, money, and business. Everything that you want is on the other side of you getting into alignment. Hey everyone, I wanted to come on here today and talk to you about something probably quickly because I honestly have the worst migraine in the world right now. So we'll see how long I can channel this message. But it's a powerful one. This is a powerful message whether you are someone that is a woman in business, whether you desire to be a woman in business, if you are learning how to manifest, whatever it is. But like, if you're in my world, you are a female entrepreneur because that's who I coach. But there's so many women that are waiting for something outside of themselves to make them feel a certain way. We've been raised in this society, in this 3D paradigm, in the matrix reality where you've been taught that you can only feel a certain way once you have a certain thing. And that teaching is so broken. And that's what keeps 99% of the people ever breaking through to consistent 10K months. That's why so many women are struggling to really create a business that has financial freedom, because they're waiting for something in their business to make them feel a certain way. Or even when it comes to manifestation, when you want to manifest something, but you're waiting for that thing to show up until you feel better. This is forever going to keep you as that hamster on the wheel. You're running after something and you're wearing yourself out and you're not even in alignment with the thing that you desire because you are working in the present moment in an energy of disalignment. If in the present moment you are not fully lit up, if you're not absolutely in love with your life, if you're not feeling amazing, if you're not excited, if you're not passionate, nothing can make you feel that way. Like if you're still relying on something outside of you to make you feel a certain way, you are reliant on these dopamine hits that are making you feel better. And that's actually a trauma response. That means that you haven't been able to cultivate feelings, good emotional, high vibrational feelings, if you don't have something giving you those feelings. And that's why so many women are like chasing after these consistent 10K months. That's why so many women are trying to manifest these amazing things and like they're trying. They're not actually in alignment with the manifestations. And everything in my world comes down to the energetic principles. And if you're not in alignment, you can't manifest the thing. Like you can't have consistent 20K months if you are out of alignment with somebody who has consistent 20K months. You can't manifest a G-Wagon if you're completely out of alignment with a G-Wagon. There's so many women that I find are like in Honda Civic mentalities and Honda Civic energetics, and they're trying to get to the G-Wagon. As Abraham Hicks always says, you can't get there from here. There is the only thing, like literally the only thing that's keeping you in separation from what you desire and where you are is your current energetic state. Like I know that this sounds so crazy, but time doesn't exist. It isn't real. It's literally a man-made construct that we use to measure things. Like that's literally all it is. But the universe doesn't work in time. The universe works in energy. It speaks in energy. So there is no difference. Like you could literally create the alignment now and you could have a 20K month today. Like today's the last day of the month and you could still have a 20K month today. And it's not because there's going to be a time gap. It's because there's an energetic alignment to what you want and to what you're getting. And if you're constantly feeling terrible in the moment, but like seeking for something to make you feel better, your point of attraction is down here. And like, I'm sorry, but if you emotionally and physically and like mentally are down here feeling like crap, then you shouldn't be trying to manifest things. Like, in all honesty, you need to work on yourself, because if you don't feel confident, if you don't feel happy, if you don't feel secure, if you don't feel loved by yourself, if you cannot generate these emotions for yourself and feel these feelings every single day, then you need to start doing the inner work on yourself. You can't keep relying on things outside of you to make you feel better, because it's never actually going to happen. You have to be the one that realizes that you're always attracting and you're always manifesting. So it's not about trying to manifest. If you're trying to manifest, you're down here not doing the work to clean up the fact that you're down here and get yourself up here. And I find that so many women in business are like jumping around from one coach to one coach, from free content to free content, to like, but how do I feel better? But how do I manifest the money? I'm like broke, but I need the money. Stop being a broke bitch. Like, you're acting like a broke bitch. That's why you don't have any money. It's not because the universe hates you. It's not because you were destined to be broke forever. It's because you are acting consciously in this moment as a broke bitch. And the universe is like, all right, broke bitch, you're broke. Broke is what you getting. Broke is what you getting. Broke is what you getting. For you to act like an abundant woman, you have to change your energy. It's not about what you're doing. It's who you're being while you're doing the things. The women that have consistent 50K months in their businesses, they aren't like feeling like crap and sitting on their couch and going, why isn't the money here? I don't understand why she has so much money and I don't. If they don't feel well, they are moving their bodies. They are drinking water. They are putting themselves on a routine. They are building healthy habits. They are looking at their money mindset. They are looking at the personal development stuff. They are investing in help at whatever level they're at, but they're investing. And they are making moves as the next level version of themselves. So many women are acting, and so many people are acting in this like really low vibrational state and complaining and constantly talking about their lack and vibrating with lack, and then asking people who are not even living in a lack experience how they have all of this. It's never about the how. It's always about the who. Who the fuck are you being? Like, honestly, can you tell me that every single day you wake up in a state of gratitude, and if you don't feel good in the moment when you wake up, that you immediately put yourself in a state of gratitude? Do you do that? When you notice that you're not feeling great, do you just start bitching and complaining to anyone that will listen? Or do you start doing things that are going to drive the needle forward in your personal growth and in your business? I am not the coach that is going to make it all sugar-coated and dreamy. I am a born and raised New Yorker, and I'm blunt as fuck. And I'm sorry, but there's too many people who aren't calling you out. And so you're still thinking like something outside here can save you. Bitch, take your power back. Save yourself. Because everyone is trying to get to all of these amazing, dreamy, abundant lives. Like, of course. But are you being the person who gets to easily live this life? The only thing that makes it difficult is when you are down here vibrating with lack, noticing all of the abundance, and not living in the present moment. This is the only moment you have. So if you are not working on yourself and your own energy so that you're showing up as the best version of yourself now, then that's the work. That's the work. And if you don't know how to do it, then you need to get a mentor. You need to get into a program. I'm sorry, but like, unless you're willing to spend 18 hours a day, and I'm being dead serious, unless you're willing to spend 18 hours a day learning all of these principles, going down the rabbit hole to learn all of the healing modalities, all the energetic things, all of the mindset things, all of the money mindset things, like, unless you are willing to be the person that's so committed to getting this life that while you don't have the money, you're doing all of the work so that you know how to change your state, then the only way for you to change your state is to hire someone that can help you do this. Like, there's so many women that just like don't want to invest in themselves and they don't want to invest in their business and they just are complaining their way throughout their life. Like, no wonder you don't have what you want. If you're constantly noticing the lack of what's in your life, you're vibrating with lack. Like, you literally cannot live an abundant life if you are constantly vibrating with lack, if you're constantly noticing lack, if you're constantly speaking about lack. All you can get is lack. Literally, lack equals lack from the universe. Like, I know that this sounds so simple, but honestly, if you're not living the abundant life that you want to be living right now, how often are you talking about the lack? How often are you noticing the lack in your life? How often is your attention on what you don't have? Like, honestly. You don't have to tell me, but tell yourself, because these are the things that are going to wake you up and get you out of victim mode. You cannot be successful as a victim. You can't. And there's so many people in this world that are in victim mentalities, living in lack, noticing lack, and wondering why they don't have what they want. You can't live an abundant life if you're constantly noticing the lack of what you have. If you can't find gratitude in the moment for everything you have now, the universe isn't going to give you more because you're being an ungrateful bitch. You're acting like a spoiled little brat. So you have to realize, like, the universe isn't punishing you. You're punishing yourself. And are you okay living as a victim forever? Because maybe you are. But just, like, notice and be aware that nobody likes to be around a victim. So unless you're going to stay surrounded by people in victim mentality, then you need to do the work to not be a victim. No one can save you from yourself. You are the universe in manifested form, and you are always able to tap into the divine essence that is more of you than this physical being is. But if you don't understand how to do that, and you don't understand the energetic principles, then trying to manifest is never going to work for you, because you just don't understand how the frequency that you're giving off is creating your reality. And so many people aren't willing to look at themselves honestly and say, yeah, you're right. I have been acting like a broke bitch. Yeah, you're right. Every time I talk, I sound like a spoiled brat. Yeah, you're right. Every time I go to do something, I don't actually show up with this energy of I'm bringing my dream life online. Like, these are the things that really do move the needle forward, is you having the awareness about who you are and who you're being, because so many people aren't aware, or they're not willing to look at this, and that is why they don't grow. That is why they feel like they're living Groundhog's Day over and over and over again. And I understand that this one's like a little tough love, but like maybe it's because I have a migraine right now, but also maybe it's because this is what you need to hear, because these are the things that literally make it so you can start changing your vibration. You can start changing who you are. You can start changing your alignment. This is why my podcast is called Getting Into Alignment, because if you don't do the work to get yourself into alignment, no one can do the work for you. Like, I just don't know what we're expecting. Like, people are still trying to play the lottery in lack and hoping that the lottery is going to save them. But if you're operating from lack and you win the lottery, you're going to lose all of your money because you don't know how to handle it, and you haven't regulated your nervous system, and you haven't done the money mindset work. So like, everybody that goes and plays the lottery, like, that is the epitome of a broke girl mentality. The lottery can't save you. So stop spending all of your money scratching off lottery tickets and start doing the internal work that's actually going to save you. Start learning how to clean up your vibrations. Start rewiring your mind. Start regulating your nervous system. Like, this is the actual work. Good points being said. Thank you so much. This is the thing, like, I find that, and I love the energetic infusions. I love being able to plug into the women in this world that are creating multi-million-dollar years. Like, next year will be a $7 million year for me. I'm confident in that. Like, it will be a $7 million year in my business. Can you say that? Like, are you confident about where you're going? Do you know where you're going? And are you energetically aligning with it? Over and over and over and over and over again. Do you understand that for me to be able to be in this place where I can comfortably look at you and say, next year will be a $7 million year for my business, I had to look at myself and I needed to be called out, and I had to go to personal development seminar. Like, you guys don't seem to understand that when I was still working for the state of New York as a business expert, I was spending all of my free time listening to podcasts. I was spending all of the money that I had. When you are a public servant, you have no fucking money, okay? I was spending the very little money that I had and any money I had on credit cards investing in coaches, mentors, programs, investing in healing. I spent every second of my time while I was driving to work, while I was stuck in traffic, listening to podcasts, listening to self-development, listening to books, wiring my mind, regulating my nervous system. Every time I felt myself at an edge, I did the work. Was it easy? No. But am I the only one that can do it? Yes. And so many people just want like this part of the process to be easy. And I'm telling you, life and business get to be easy when you've mastered your energetic frequency. Everything, money, life, relationships, love, all of it is going to be so hard for you if you haven't mastered your energetic frequency. Hello! I love seeing you every day on here. It's just amazing. No matter what time, you're always here, and I love it. But this is the thing. Like, these are the codes that you're looking for. In AOM, I teach you how to really do this. Like, my manifestation, I'm telling you that, like, this is how you manifest, but I also tell you in the program, like, we're not doing this to manifest. We are doing this to change yourself at a cellular level, so that way you can change how you operate in the universe. And because you have changed, you are going to change the reality that you're in. Hello, good to see you. You are the one that needs to change, though. You have to do the internal work. And the internal work, this isn't easy. And here's the thing. This is when so many people give up. There's literally this 1%, 99% divide that we have seen always in the universe, and it's still happening now. And this is happening with the people that have online businesses that are consistently making over 100K months. That is 1%. Like, literally, even according to the IRS statistics, it's still 0.1% of the population that's there. Most of the people, 89%, I believe, of humanity right now cannot afford a $400 crisis. Like, if they got a bill for $400, most people couldn't pay it. So here's the thing, is most of us came from the I can't handle a $400 bill category. How do you get from this person to this person, that 1%? You step out of the matrix, first of all, because the matrix teachings are only going to keep you stuck here. And you have to look at what's possible. And while you're looking at what's possible, you have to be continually looking at yourself, your vibration, your frequency, your thoughts, what you're giving off. Because if the energy that you are currently embodying is not in alignment with what you're trying to call in, you're never going to get it. You're never going to get it. You're never going to get it. And here's the thing. Going back to trying to chase something so you can feel a certain way. If you are desperately seeking something because you cannot be okay without it, like, that desperation, that need is repelling it. You have to be okay. Like, you are okay. In this moment, there is nothing wrong that you're not okay. You have a Wi-Fi access. You are on a phone. You are alive. You are breathing clean air. You have food to eat. You have water to drink. There is nothing wrong in this moment. But before I said that, how many things in your mind were you thinking about that were wrong? How many things in your reality were you not okay with? That's the thing, right? Like, in my world, you have to be able to walk with these dualities. Can you know where you want to go and be aware of where you're at right now and keep moving upwards? And then when you notice that you go down, are you self-aware enough to look at what's going on and say, whoa, I just gave my power away to that person who made a mean comment. I just gave my power away to only a few likes. I just gave my power away because not enough people signed up for my program. I just gave my power away because I wanted more money in my bank account right now and I don't have it. What are you giving your power away to consistently? Most of the time you're giving your power away because you believe that you will feel better when you have this thing. No, 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 no. You will never feel better when you have this thing. I'll tell you, the first time that I made $10,000 and I had literal $10,000 cash in my hand, like I should have been like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm so excited. Ah! Like I should have been fucking throwing that shit and like dancing and be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know what happened? I had $10,000 in my hand, like cash money, $10,000 in my hand. Could be throwing it, could have had a party, could have had a celebration. My nervous system collapsed. It collapsed. I literally felt more broke than I had ever felt in my life when I was living paycheck to paycheck because I hadn't regulated my nervous system, because I hadn't done enough money mindset work to actually be able to hold that, because when that came in, I thought I was going to feel a certain way, and I felt that way for 1 second, and then I felt 10 times worse. This is what happens if you're not ready for the thing that you want to manifest or receive, and you do get it, you're going to feel worse. Like, it's so funny that people think money is going to save you. Money amplifies you. So the more money you have is only going to amplify the feelings you currently have. So going back to that whole lottery, like winning the lottery thing, what is the percentage? Like at least 90% of people that win the lottery lose their money within like 5 years or something like that. Why? It wasn't because they couldn't like hire a money manager. It was because they didn't regulate their nervous system to have that much money. It was because they didn't know how to live like that. It was because they thought that the money was going to save them, and they were going to feel happy and loved and secure, and they were going to feel all of these great feelings just because they had money. What actually happens is money is a mirror, and the more money you have, the bigger the mirror that you're looking at, and it mirrors all of your insecurities. It mirrors everything that you thought was going to feel better because you have that thing. It's going to get 10 times worse because you're still going to have those feelings, and you thought those feelings would be gone because you had that thing. So it's never about having the thing. It's always about working on your feelings and your alignment, because your feelings are creating your alignment, and thus your thoughts are being magnetized to that vibration. So when you work on your feeling state, when you work on your alignment, when you work on feeling your best now, loving your life now, no matter what, seeing all of the beauty that you have now, seeing all of the abundance in your life now, when you start doing this work, this is when you get the relationship and you don't fuck it up, because you do feel loved before it. You're not clingy and needy because you already love yourself. You don't need that person to love you. When it comes to the money, you can easily manifest it because you can hold it, because you can have it in your bank account, because you feel safe with it, because you weren't waiting on the money so you could feel a certain way, because you know money is attracted to power, so you need to be in your personal power to make money, to attract money, and to not have money mirror all of your insecurities back to you. That's what people don't seem to get, because they're still living in the matrix, but then they've heard about manifestation, so they're now trying to manifest their way out of the matrix. It'll never work. It's never going to be sustainable. If you're not doing the work to clean up your energy, to clean up your mindset, to clean up your vibration, nothing outside of here is going to save you. Like, it's just not. Absolutely, ma'am, I'm getting you. Oh, thank you so much. This is the thing, like, so many people, I go on TikTok, and I feel like TikTok is just such a perfect example of the world, because there's a lot of, not even millennials, but Gen Zs on there, and you can see how they're experiencing life and what they're talking about. And the majority of them are still talking about how difficult it is to make money. The majority of them are still talking about how money is evil. The majority of them are still talking about how they hate their lives and how life is miserable. We are God in human form. Like, you're a holy fucking human. You were not put here to be miserable. You were not put here to sacrifice. You were not put here to be poor and live in poverty for the rest of your life. But if you don't get out of your poverty mentality, you'll never get out of poverty. It's not the external thing that changes. The internal thing of you, your vibration, you have to change in order for your reality to change. If you don't know how to do this, then AOM, my Alchemy of Manifestation program, like, this is it. This is lifetime access for you to be able to energetically plug in, to understand what it is like to work with your energetics, to know how to change yourself at a cellular level so that you're not trying to manifest, so that you're not trying to make more money. Like, trying isn't it. Get into alignment and everything comes easily. If you're not in alignment, trying is going to hustle and burn your way out to still not feeling good. Like, the energy you're putting into everything is the energy you're getting out. So how can you make yourself feel better now? Honestly, how can you? All right, so this one is longer than I thought it was going to be with my migraine, but like, I'm going to leave it here because I called you out multiple times. Like, if you're not where you want to be yet, I called you the fuck out multiple times, and not to shame you. But if someone doesn't call you out and call you out on your bullshit, you don't typically notice your subconscious patterns. So if you came in late, like, watch this whole thing through again, because you came here for a reason. Your energy brought you here, and you're probably not living the most abundant life that you want to live. And we can change that. Like, absolutely. No questions. But are you willing to do the work that's required? Because it's always going to come down to you. No one else, nothing else. All right, I love you so much. If you have any questions about Alchemy of Manifestation or mentorship with me, or if you want to join the Building the Brand program, if you're a female entrepreneur and you want to learn how to create content that magnetizes, that attracts, to make your content like super easy so it's not frustrating, so it's just like a way of life, just like manifestation is, but like AOM, go to AOM for that, go to BTB. This will be December's program. So if you want to get into my world, there's so many ways right now, and like, we're just like quantum leaping like, whoa, over here. So if you're just sitting on the sidelines, like, let's pull up a chair and sit at the fucking table instead of watching. Great, we must get it properly. We are thinking about it. I feel like you're talking another language. I don't think English is your first language, which is fine, but I just don't understand that sentence. All right, I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you're ready to go deeper and to get into my world, you can go to my website, alexaraysmith.com. You'll find all of my current programs on there. If you're desiring to get mentored by me, then the best thing to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram, and we can talk about mentorship options and which one's the best fit for you. If you're absolutely loving this podcast, please go rate it 5 stars and let me know why you're loving it. This will help me share the podcast with more people. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and until the next episode, keep manifesting the most incredible life.